Hey everyone, welcome back in the new video, and I have with me my TVS RTR 160, my beast, as you can see right behind me. And I just covered 28,700 kilometers on it, and I'll give you an honest opinion and review for my ownership experience around 29,000 kilometers. So I give you some positive things on my bike and the negative as well. So stay tuned and let's jump in the video. So the first positive point of this bike is the comfort segment. The bike is pretty awesome. I just ride around 200 kilometers without any back pain or something. So in comfort segment the bike really stand pretty well. So let me show you the seating arrangement and the posture and everything. So let's go. I like the sitting position of this 160 because this is not a aggressive side. This is just a normal slide, and this can help your hips to sit on it. And the material of this seat is as you can see, rubber obviously, but it is very soft. And also the pillion can enjoy the ride. The comfort segment, the bike is pretty great. So the second positive point of this bike is the handling. The handling is pretty well, and I feel the handlebar is kind of heavy compared to the Pulsar and FZ, but yeah, the handling is pretty great. You can do some cornering as well. And this bike has a pretty wide tire, as you can see. This is not that much wide, but still it is wide. And 10 mm rear tire, so you can do better cornering. So the handling is pretty great. So let's talk about the performance of this bike. So it has a 160cc of engine, as you can see from the RTR 160. So it can produce a 15.6 HP of power, and it has a 13 Nm of torque, which is absolutely perfect in the 150 to 160cc segment. It has a RTR called as a racing throttle response by the TVS, which is pretty great. Throttle performance is pretty amazing compared to the Pulsar and FZ. So in the performance, the bike is pretty awesome. So I mostly ride on this bike and daily commuting and all. So I didn't ride it on an aggressive side like 0 to 60 or 0 to 100 like that. So I don't like aggressive style of riding. So I mostly use this bike on the long rides and all. So in the long ride, the bike performed pretty well. So in the touring, the bike has a 13 Nm of torque, so you can tour on a highway around 70 to 90. But if you go 90, then the bike vibrates a lot. I only ride between 70 to 85 or 90 sometimes. The only cons of this bike is the vibration. If the TVS solves the vibration, then the bike beats every 150cc segment's bike. Top speed of this bike is around 120, but a lot of guys take it to 130 even. But I just record it on 120 or something. Let me just show you. As you can see, high speed is 120. I think this bike can go over 120, but I just take it to 120. Yeah. If you ride this thing over 100 kilometers, then it feels like the lack of petrol in the tank, like zook 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 something. I don't know what is the problem in the bike, but yeah, that's a problem. So let's talk about the mileage of this bike. So it gives me around 40 to 50 km per liter. If I ride in the city, like commuting or something, then it gives around 44 to 46. And if I ride on the highway, then it gives 47 to 48. So it is brilliant and efficient bike. So let's talk about the servicing and the service cost of this bike. So this is a 2014 edition, which is 3-year-old. And if I service this, it only gives a maximum cost of 1300 to 1400 rupees if there is no any damaged part in the bike. The TVS service experience always be a great because they are very helpful kind of persons. They resolve every single problem of my bike. So that's a pretty great in terms of the TVS company because the after sale service is pretty great. The tank capacity of this bike is 16 liter with reserve, so which is great if you are a long rider. And also this bike has a 45 kilometer per liter of fuel economy. This can be great if you take it on the long ride. Let's talk about the another problem of this bike. So I don't know that every Apache has this problem or not, but mine has, and it's a transmission problem. So the gearbox is not that smooth. It sounds every time when you change the gear. When bike need a service, then the gearbox and the gear shifting sound pretty weird. I don't know why. So everyone knows it has a pretty brilliant exhaust sound. Let's talk about the braking of this bike. It has 140 kg of weight, and it has a 270 mm of front disc brake, and I have a rear drum brake. The braking performance is pretty amazing in my opinion. So the TVS also has a RTR 160 rear disc brake variant. So I suggest you to go with the rear disc brake because it cost me 3000 more than a non-disc brake variant, but it is very helpful. As I told you before, 270 mm front disc brake can be sufficient to stop this bike, but it has a very big problem because the wear of this disc brake is pretty high. As you can see, let me just focus on it. As you can see, the wear of this disc brake is pretty high. So my bike has a TVS tire which is not that great. Yeah, it is great in the summer and winter, but in the monsoon where the roads are wet, then this lose the grip. As you can see, the headlight of this bike is looking fabulous. It has two LED over here. I just forgot the name of this thing, but anyways, this look pretty great. Let me just show you. Headlight visibility is okay, not that great, not that bad, but if you invest in some extra aftermarket lights, then it will be pretty helpful. So let's talk about the reliability of this bike. Yeah, of course the bike is reliable because the cost of the service is pretty low, the price of this bike is pretty low, and the quality, performance, handling and everything is pretty great in its segment. So the bike is reliable, yes.